Indeed. So what you want to do is you want to pick the use cases that have the highest impact and highest feasibility. So they're easiest to implement. And you're probably going to end up with a few. So how do you start? So you want to start the ones, you want to pick the quick wins. You want to pick the quick wins and many times labeled as lighthouse use cases because they illuminate the rest of the organization in terms of establishing best practices on how to build your first use case, but they also prove that there's value to be delivered, and they create this excitement. So once you identify your quick win, one or two of these use cases that are high impact and high feasibility, you go all in into building, first of all, a proof of concept and the MVP. You prove the value, and then you want to quickly scale. It's very important to go over let's say the MVP chasm, because there's many organizations, I would say most organizations, that feel today that AI is not delivering to expectations because they haven't been able to properly scale or put into production their use cases. Yes, there is. And there's, I mean, if you think about digital transformations at large, half of the reasons why they fail are all people elements, and I would say they're people elements related to culture. So culture is extremely important. And what are organizations doing? There are basically three key things that organizations are doing that are working in terms of driving culture. First of all is having appropriate leadership, visible leadership and role models in order to instill or to motivate employees to actually work with GenAI solutions. And I see some of these leaders actually having outward communications about it. I see CEOs of banks talking about their AI and GenAI efforts publicly. And they're doing it for several reasons. But one of the reasons is because they want their employees to feel like this is a priority for the organization and that this is backed by the utmost leader inside the company. So that's one, role modeling. Two is about having appropriate communication channels and fostering understanding. Why is this important for employees? So how to tie meaning into what does AI bring to us? So yeah, we're going to unlock productivity, but what's the meaning for me? What's the meaning for my area? What's the meaning for my company? So at those three different levels, right? There's like different levels of meaning. We can even like go further. What's the meaning for society? And then third, I would say it's around building capabilities and tying it also with appropriate formal mechanisms, so performance management as well. So three unlocks around capability building. First is formal training, which is the traditional approach. So you want to have either workshops or remote on-demand sessions, any type of formal training that might instill basics around analytics, understanding of how to use AI models, risk awareness, which is an extremely important topic, how to mitigate risk, manage risk, how to put guardrails in places, etc. So that's a formal training part. That's the most obvious part of capability building. Then comes creating center of excellences. So a center of excellence is a group of people, specialized tech people and non-tech people specialized in delivering these models. But in delivering these models, not only for the rest of the organization, but in enabling the rest of the organization in building their own AI efforts. So in driving self-service. So if an organization wants to truly become AI-driven or data-driven, they need to empower their users. Empowering the users is not easy. So you need to have this SWAT team that is helping users with their first use cases, with questions that may arise, with a micro capability learning opportunities, so to upskill, reskill the workforce.